Hello everyone. Welcome to my home. This is Charlotte, and Maggie is on her quilt down under the desk. So hopefully she's going to behave because she gets a little tood if she wants something to eat and I don't give in to her. She seems to think every time I go into the kitchen that she should have a treat, and it doesn't work that way. So she'll come up here and just get into everything that she can get into. So happy Index Card Friday, guys. I'm excited. It's a beautiful day here. I hope everybody there is doing well. I hope you're safe. And I hope if you had colds or bronchitis or any form of illness that you are feeling better today. It is just that time of year, I'm afraid. And we're thinking of, I'm thinking of Kay because she goes in well, I'm doing this video early, so Kay will have had her back surgery by now. And I hope that she is, that everything was just perfect and they've alleviated whatever they needed to alleviate, and that she now is on the mend every day. Hopefully, each and every one of us continues to get stronger. So, okay, this is what we are doing. Inspiration, once again, from Ginger, although this is not what Ginger did. Ginger from my sister Scrapper inspired this idea. So I hope that you'll like it. I keep trying to remind myself it has to go in the mail. So it is not loaded, and I apologize for that, but this is what it is. If you flip this up, there's your index card, and you've got a great pocket here. Let me see. I'm sorry, guys. I should have came prepared to have something that I can put in here. And I'm looking around. I'm like, Charlotte, really? Okay, so we have a pocket right here. Isn't this really cute? This is vinyl butterflies that I was out to a paper show with Dana. Oh, this was pre the C word. So this 3-4 years ago, and I bought these. I think I've got some in white also. And it's one of those things, it's amazing what you find when you clean your stash. And, hoarding. And I said, okay, we're not hoarding anymore. If I can't get them, that's okay. I'll get something else. But yeah, we're using them. So we have a pocket here. This is a pocket right here. And yes, Sherry, your paper dolls. Sherry does not like paper dolls. I found out that's why she gifted me so many. So we're passing the paper dolls on. We have a pocket here. And we have a pocket here. This is a large pocket. This will go the width and the length of this right here. There's nothing in there, but there will be something in there. Okay, I promise there will be something in there. I will have to mail these, I think, this way so that I don't get dinged by the post office and they get nosy and what's in there. That should be a package. You know how, that's just how it is. Pocket on the back, guys. Look, and I am sending one of these because what I wanted you to be able to do, if you wanted to, is glue this here, and you will have to trim it. You can see right there, it has to be trimmed. So if you want to glue this down, I suppose you could go this way. You wouldn't want to go any higher than this here, or whatever you put in there is going to get caught. So you could go this way if you wanted. You'll have to trim, it looks like probably a little bit more, but that would be cute. And the reason I didn't attach it is because you may not want to use it this way, and I am giving you the option. What it is a little photo. I want to call it a photo frame. It's not a photo frame. I know I have that wrong, but you know, it's a Tim Holtz where you can just fill it up with all kinds of little tags or little envelopes or whatever you might want. So that's going to be in here. If I can get it in there. I had no trouble getting it in there before. It doesn't go all the way down to the bottom, and I don't know why it isn't going in there now. It is because I'm with you, and it's saying I don't think so. And it does go all the way over to the side, so we should go in there without any issue, but we're having issues. I just don't know why we're having issues. It doesn't make sense. We're hung up on something. There we go. There we go. And it will not go down all the way because it's a little bit longer than this here. So this is what we are going to create. I hope you like this. I just think this is pretty cute. And you could do a lot with this. And what I mean by that is you could decorate this with lace. You can stitch on this. You can completely fill this up with tags. You could put another pocket here if you wanted to. I just can't let this get so thick that I can't send it without it being an issue. But I think this on this is fantastic because you could put so many different things in there. So I hope you like this make. And I'm going to tell you right now what you're going to need if you want to, I had it all written down. And is it written down now? No, where is it? Okay, right here. Oh my goodness, Charlotte. Oh, and there you went. You went for a little ride. Boy, guys, see, there's way too much on my mind. My friends got in from Napa yesterday. My friend's mother-in-law is really sick and in the hospital. It's just, it's a lot. There's a lot happening. So my brain's everywhere, and I apologize for that. But we're going to have some fun. We're not going to worry about my brain. We're not going to worry about any of that. So what you're going to need on the outside is a piece of cardstock. This is not very thick. This is thicker than scrapbook paper, but it's not as thick as some of the cardstocks that are out there. So I think because of the bulk that this tends to have, this is better, this lighter weight, but you go ahead and use the heavier cardstock too. It's not that going to be that big a deal, but going through the mail, this for me, I thought worked best. So this is a 12 by 4. You're going to take this to the scoreboard and you're going to score it at 4, flip it and score it at 4, or you're going to score it at 4 and score it at 8. Doesn't matter. Sometimes it's easier for people to understand score it at 4, flip it, and score it at 4. Then you're going to take one end, doesn't matter which end, and you're going to trim a 1/2 inch off of that. And you're going to do that because when you fold it, see, and that's your pocket, you want to be able to get in there without your little fold line being right down there. Then you're going to take, if you're like me, a little divot out of this, just so it's screaming at you, I'm a pocket. I'm a pocket. See, just like that. We're going to fold this down. This is your flap. Then we're going to give her a little burnish. We're going to burnish this like this. And then we're going to attach on the top part here our index card. And this index card is a 4 by 6, so it really should fit, you may have to do the tiniest bit of trimming at the top. We are going to use this piece here, this extra piece we're going to cut off, okay? So let's go ahead and get our glue stick. I can't remember if I asked if everybody's all right. I really hope you are. I know some of you are healing and in pain. I'm sure Kay's in pain. She had surgery, so I have no doubt Kay's in pain. But every day, Kay, every day you're going to get stronger and stronger. And Brenda, hopefully your cold is way, way better. And Kim, I'm sure, is having so much fun with the little one. No babies here for me, not until I'm a great-grandmother. And oh, please, I'm not ready for that. So, okay. We are going to watch where our fold is, that we don't go over, because you know if you go over, you're going to have issues when you fold this. So try to keep in mind. And sometimes when you go to put that down, just a little hint, sometimes it's easier if you fold this up. And I can see I am not where I'm supposed to be. I don't know why. That's so hard for me to do. Shouldn't be. But that's okay. You can see you're off just a little hair right there. We're going to cut that off. And I'm going to cut this, and we are going to use this. And I'll show you where we're going to use it. I'm going to take this tiny little bit off here. Just because this is the flap, you could leave this, but we don't need any more length on our flap. So now what you're going to have is this and this, just like that. Okay, so this lifts up. Pull this down. You're going to cut this in half. Okay. I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm not going to worry about it. What this is going to do, these are going to be flaps that are going to enable us to take full advantage of these 4 inches here in our envelope instead of putting glue and losing real estate. This idea has been around at least a decade that I know, because if any of you are watching any of Ginger's from my sister Scrapper, any of her videos, if you go back 8 years, she's doing this technique. So it's been around a really, really long time. And it is a good technique to use. We have used it before, and I will also show you what else you can do if you don't want to take the time to do this. So you're going to take this. They don't have to be any certain size. You just want to be able to fold them over and use them so that you can take advantage of your full 4 inches on your pocket. You've seen me in the past where I've taken washi tape and folded it over. It's the same principle. It allows you to be able to take advantage of this. If this was cardstock, you could easily cut this down to size and use it as a decorative element this way, like that. And you would, it's the same thing. You would still be able to have all your real estate inside that pocket. So we are going to cut this, and we're also going to trim our ends, angle them in a little bit. I prefer to do that so they don't get caught at the bottom here or at the top. So I'm going to cut this just like that. And I'm going to use this to measure this, and I'm going to cut this. Just like that. And then I'm going to take each one, and I'm just going to take just a little bit off this corner. Just angle it in just ever so slightly. Just a little bit. Then you don't have so much bulk at the bottom, and you don't have so much bulk at the top. And then what we're going to do is we're going to apply these to not the inside, but to our flap. So we're going to get our glue, and the way this is going to fit is we're going to glue this down with the opening to the inside, just like that, okay? So here's our opening. Let's get our glue. I keep losing my pen. I guess I need to create one of the pin charms because I never can find my pen. It gets stuck on a piece of paper. It gets thrown in the recyclable bin. I'm running around looking for my pen, can never find it. So I think I'm going to have to get creative. I'm either going to have to purchase one or I'm going to have to make one. And I've got everything to make one, so I think I might try it. Okay, so we are going to butt this up against the outer edge, just like this. So what happens now is when we glue this to this, you have all this space here instead of losing this to a bead of glue. So we're going to do the same thing on this one. Get our glue down. And if you're at all worried about the edge catching, you can always put a piece of tape on the inside edge, on this edge right here. But you can see by taking out that little angle, you take out the bulk down here where your fold is, and you take out any bulk up here. This one's angled a little bit less, doesn't matter, but then you get the idea. So what we're going to do is we are going to, and these could be a little bit smaller. If that bothered you, you could come in and maybe take, probably 1/4 of an inch of that off. I'm not going to worry about it. So we are going to apply glue here. And here. Now if you wanted to, you could use your score tape. If you have tape, score tape. I know if Ginger were doing this, she would be using score tape. I don't think I ever saw her do this where she used glue. Ginger was a big score tape person. So then we're going to fold this. So if you have the score tape, use the score tape. Not a problem at all. All right, let me stick this pin in this glue. And let's double check our little area here and make sure that we are where we need to be. And we are, so we're good. So there's our pocket, there's our index card. Let's go ahead and put our butterfly in. As you can tell, I couldn't get these if I wanted to. I would really have to go on an internet hunt. That says, well, that's probably the stock number. Oh, here you go, stamp on it. There you go. www.stamponit.net. There you go. All right, so let's get a pretty butterfly for this. Let's see, how about, I kind of like this guy down here. So let's pull him up. I'm always very cautious not to, I don't know how easily they would tear. I don't think, they are vinyl, so I don't think that they would, but you never know. I'm gonna put him on there. He's cute. Yeah, good choice. Oh, I got a thing stuck in there. I can see I got a little piece of the vinyl. A little piece of this guy. Let's see if I can get this out. Oh yeah, that came out easy peasy. Now I have butterfly parts stuck to me. That reminds me, this is so sad. Years ago, we all went with our son. We went up to, I think we were going to Disneyland, I think. And from here, you get on the 8, Highway 8, and you go up west to San Diego. I think, well, we weren't going to Disneyland if we went on the 8. So where would we have been going? SeaWorld, maybe? Legoland? I don't know. Anyway, we were on the 8. And here you have Dateland. You can look it up on the map, Dateland. And our son said, we have to go get a date milkshake. Well, dates were never my favorite thing. I can remember my mother and my grandmother used to love to eat dates, and they'd get it in like a See's candy box type of thing, long, narrow, and these dates would be packaged so they just looked delicious, but I was not a fan. So we stopped at Dateland. My mother was with us, and we got a date milkshake. Well, I got to tell you guys, I would have thought I had been on Survivor, because the dates get their whole dates, and they're grown there. That's why it's called Dateland. There's all these palm trees, date palms, and so they're all processed there and everything, and they put them in the blender and they mix them up and they make a milkshake. Well, there's date parts. There's pieces of the skin, there's pieces of the meat inside. They're not pulverized. And so when you're drinking your milkshake, it comes up through the straw with bits and pieces. I told my son, no, I couldn't. I couldn't, because it was like, I mean, I hate to say that, it was like, for me, the kids loved it, but for me, it was like there were insect parts in there. That's what got into my head, and that was all I could think of. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry if you love date milkshakes or anything like that, and I just ruined it for you. But I just, yeah, no, yeah. All right, moving on. Next, we are going to need a piece of cardstock. And this measures 12 by, I think once again we're at 4, 12 by 4. And you are going to put this on the scoreboard, and you are going to score down 1/4 of an inch on the long side, turn it around, and score it down 1/4 of an inch on the opposite long side. Then you're going to take one side and you're going to score in, what do I have here? I did write it down. I am prepared. 1 1/4, right here, 1 1/4, and 3. Okay? And then what you're going to do is where the 3 is, you're just going to kind of take your edges and just kind of fold them. this, you don't have to do this part, but it was easier for me. And then we're gonna take where that edge is, we're gonna take our scissors and we're gonna give it just a little bit of an angle cut to the fold on both sides. Just a little V, we're creating a little V, just like that. And we're gonna do that on the 3" and on the 1 1/4 inch, and we're gonna do it on both sides. And it'll make sense in just a second. So we're gonna flip it around, and we're gonna do the same thing here. Those of you that love making cards, I hope maybe this idea will give you some inspiration to just take and decorate and create something so cool. I looked at this and I thought, ooh, if I had die cut flowers, how pretty would that? I mean, you could just do anything with that. So the way that this is going to go is this here is, this gets a divot if you want a divot. You don't have to have a divot. I just want it to say, I'm a pocket, I'm a pocket. So I'm going to take a little divot out of that. I don't think I'm very even. Let's see, let's come over just a little bit. Okay. You can measure that if you want. You know me, I don't measure. So then what we're going to do is we're going to fold these two sides in, and this gets folded in like that. So once again, if you're holding this, you fold these ends in and fold this to the inside. And what these ends are going to do is they're going to act just like those index card pieces did. They are going to give us the full length here, which it should be about, let's see, 4, because you've got a half of, or 3 and it should be 3 1/2, because you took it 1/2 inch off, 1/4 inch on each side. So yeah, we're about, yeah, 3 1/2. These are going to give you your full real estate. So then we're going to put glue on this and glue on this, and you don't have to, because you already took your little divot thing. You already did. You can cut your little ends here. Just angle these just the tiniest bit, not a lot. And if you wonder if that's even necessary, angle one and don't angle the other, and then fold it in and see if it matters to you. It may not matter to you at all. It just takes the pressure off of this edge. So then we're going to get our wet glue or our score tape. You could, obviously you could be using score tape. Or you could use, if you have a tape dispenser. I have one of those tape dispensers. I haven't used it in a long time. I'm gonna have to find that and get that out. Okay, so then you're gonna fold this up, creating your pocket right there like that. And then this next one, you're gonna fold these in. Is that how this goes? Yeah, and then folds back. So you've got it like this. These get folded the opposite direction. These get folded in like that, okay? And because both of these have the little V's taken out, you don't have to do anything to them. That gets folded like that, and this gets folded back on itself. So you have this pocket here. See, looks just like that. If I took this out here, this pocket here. Okay, so just really quick again, if it's sitting like this or like this, these fold in, and then that folds like that. So we're going to put glue on these ends. And I can already hear a couple of you saying, this is too hard, or it's too complicated. You never say it's too hard, but I will see in the comments. I've got, one of my friends out there right now. I'm thinking about you because you're probably sitting there thinking, I won't do that. It's too It isn't. It's easy, easy. Then you're going to fold this back on itself, just like that. Okay? And then we are left with something that looks just like this. So now let's fold in burnish the 1/4 inch. Let's get that burnished. Fold it in. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to place this on here. So now you really have choices that you can make. I created this so that you've got this pocket, and you have a pocket here. Maybe you'd rather have a pocket here. Maybe you'd rather have a pocket here. So that's up to you, okay? I like the idea that this is doubled over. This is strong. So here is where my pocket is. But if you want a pocket out the top, you've got the strength of the folded in edges, so you can have a pocket here, or you could go ahead and have your pocket on this side here. So what we're going to do, I need to know where to cut. So the way that I created this is, if I look at this, I am going to cut this. I want a little bit of a border. So I'm going to cut this at, for me, and your measurements probably would run the same. I have a mark at 3 3/4. Right there, right there, 3 3/4. So I'm going to cut this using my cutter, and I'm going to do it in my lap. You know what it looks like to put this in the cutter and cut it. So I'm not going to worry about that. You're good if you don't see it. So I cut, there's my piece, and there's my cut. Okay, so now we are going to take, I'm going to take a little edge off of here. Just that tiny, tiny little edge right off of here. You already have a little edge, a little slant off of that piece there. Okay, and we're going to glue this down using our 1/4 inch, and then we're going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom, and we're going to glue this on. Oh my goodness, it's just so cute, you guys. Come on, it's cute. And for all you card makers, this is a cute card. You could decorate this for Valentine's, for birthdays. This would be wonderful if you like to give gift cards to people on their birthdays. You've got room for a message inside. And a little bit of glue right here on the bottom, or score tape, whichever you want to use. And then I'm going to try to see where I have this. I'm going to try to get it even. And then we're going to glue this down just like that. And then when I was creating this, I kind of said to myself, well, now you've got this piece. You know, what a waste. And that's when I came up with the idea of it doesn't have to be a waste. Look at that. So it doesn't have to be a waste. I flipped it over, and we are going to, did I take a divot out of this? I did. We're going to take a divot. See if I can kind of eyeball this. Taking a divot. And we are going to, no, I did that. Okay, I did it this way. And I think the reason I did it that way is because we're putting this tag in this way. So I thought, let's put this tag in this way. It doesn't matter. They don't have to go the same way. I'm going to flip it over because it really does not matter. So position it where you want it to go. And then take a little, make a little mark because we're going to cut that. And I'm once again going on my lap. And then you're left with this little piece, which I put in my scrap pile. But you could take this piece and you could make a couple little tags out of that. You could create a pocket. We're going to talk about that in just a second. So then you actually would have no leftovers whatsoever. You will have used all your papers. So let me go ahead, put the glue on this. Kathy from Napa was telling me they've got such massive flooding. It's really sad. As badly as California has needed rain, you just don't want it all at once. So they are in my thoughts and prayers. That's for sure. Okay. Are we straight? Hope so. And hopefully we are good here and here. We have all our real estate. Now you have this little piece left. You could take and fold this over. Now I have to look at this because I did not do this with this first one I made. And you could fold these back, take a divot, and add a second pocket. Easily, look at that, you could. And have a little pocket right there. I'm not going to do that on this one because I didn't do it on this one. And I'm trying to be very cautious of my bulk. But this would be a great idea. There you've got that. Or, let's see. I don't think you'd want to add it up here, but you could. You definitely could take this so that you have no leftover scraps at all. But for me, this is going in the scrap pile, in my little scrap container. And so for the most part now, this is made. So what we're going to do is I've got this guy here, excuse me, and we are going to add him in here. Because he can go. If I were doing this, I probably would put this way. Just like that. And look at that fits. That fits right on. But if you want it on the actual pocket, you're going to have to trim off the bottom. And you're not even going to miss that if you took that off. You're not going to miss this. This would be a cute place to put a label. When you glue this on, you want to make sure that you don't glue under here because if you do, you're going to lose that pocket there. But I probably would put it this way. So I'm going to put this inside of here. Maybe. Come on. I know you'll go. Where'd I put my little... Let's just make sure we are sticking on something. We shouldn't be, though. So let's see. Come on. You want to go in there. There you go. So you could decorate this any way you wanted. Lace, whatever you wanted to put on there. If you've got stickers. And then what I did, just for Sherry, I did this. Yes, she does not like paper dolls. I called her to thank her so much. And and I said, what did you just have so many paper? She says, I don't like those paper dolls. They creep me out. Well, Sherry doesn't like vintage. She likes a lot of color. So I get it. Not everybody likes vintage, and not everybody likes paper dolls. I love paper dolls, so I was so happy. And this is in honor of Sherry. We're using paper dolls. This is kind of like in your face, Sherry. There you go. This is all for you, girl. Too funny. Oh my goodness, you guys. There's just so much going on that I just had to, I just had to come out and poke some fun. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. I just really couldn't. I really am a nice person. But I thought, Tony had 2 strokes last night. So, I'm beyond, all right? I'm beyond worried, concerned. I'm just beyond everything. You gotta laugh and have fun where you can. And so so there you go, Sherry. I love you, girl. I really do, but I couldn't help it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Paper dolls. And then I don't know if Sherry likes the photo people either. But just in case. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I thought, well, if she doesn't like the paper dolls, she probably doesn't like the photo people either. And I know they're not called photo people. I don't know. Photo booth people? I don't know. But I think this is, no, I wanted to say I think this is Tim Holtz, this die cut, but I don't think it is. The other one is, but I don't think this one is. I think he came out with a die cut like this, but this was, I think I got this at stamps.com, and there's a little mini one that, it's a set. It's this size, and then, oh, if I had my little journal that I'm making for the giveaway, I could show it to you because there's a much smaller one that goes with this. So what you do, I thought this was cool because this was out of Dressmaker. This might be Tim Holtz paper. I'm not, well, I don't remember him having paper like this, so I don't think so. This might be Hobby Lobby cardstock. So we're going to fold this, and I'm going to give you a little idea, a couple ideas about this as well. So I am not going to glue this. I have used these photo frames where you would take and you would put glue around this, and you actually would glue this to here. I just think that's so cute. So that you could open this up. You could create a little mini journal out of this. I've taken this and put this on a journal page that's been like that, and used this as a pocket and this as a pocket. But I'm sending this out like this so that if you wanted to, you could glue the side and the bottom and just have a pocket. So it's just going to go like this, so whoever gets this can just do whatever it is that they want to do with photo people. And a little Tim Holtz paper clip. So this goes in here just like that. I think she's so pretty. I really... Oh, Sherry, Oh my goodness. Now you went and did it. Okay. All right, guys. So, um, then I put in here, I was sitting with my pile of scraps the other day, and I thought, I need something that's just a no-brainer. I need something that I can just have the TV on. I don't have to think about anything. I can just sit here and just use stuff. So and I've got something to show you too. Something you're gonna like. Sherry will like this. So I've put you through enough. So what I did is I took a strip of paper. You've probably seen this on other channels. I've got a bunch of these scraps, these strips, and I just folded it up like that, and then folded this down and this is a scrap, and I glued it. You can see it's from there to there. Glued it on here and made sure I didn't catch it so that this could go kind of like a little matchbook. This is a Tim Holtz sticker that I had. Not a sticker, but a little tag. And this is an Artie Mays butterfly. So I created a whole bunch of these guys, and I just thought, yeah, I'm not using up all my real estate, but see what I mean about being able to go from end to end with the real estate? So I put that in there just because I just think it's really cute. And this was another one that I made. This one you can see a little bit better because it's not all covered up. But here's my scrap, and then I had some of these numbers that I had punched out. This was a Prima sticker. It came off of, this was sitting there, and I thought, well, let's just use one of these. I just thought that was cute. And then I used some, crystal glaze to put over the 5, so it just kind of stood out. But you can see just a strip of paper, just like that. And then after I showed you what Sherry had sent me, I just thought, it's color, it's cute, and once again, it's not using all the real estate, but you can see from end to end, you've got lots of real estate, and then you've got this pocket here. So as I'm talking about that, I want to show you, I took more scraps the same day when I had nothing else to do. Look at this. I did it. This is just like that card. The the embossing folder is not the same, but look at it. It's like I just took a piece of scrap file folder. I was playing around, and I think if I took and just went over there with my dauber, I could vintage this all up. I'm afraid to do it because I think this is so beautiful. I don't want to mess it up. So I didn't. But then I've got this one here. These are file folders from the dollar store. So they are pretty thin. You can see the patina is a little bit different. So this one is different from here. This is pretty thin, but is beautiful. Here's one using the hearts. So maybe here's one using those butterflies. I just had fun. Hearts, butterflies. Look at this. I mean, really, really pretty. Look at that one. So this would be really pretty if you came in with your paints and just maybe did some painting. And then I've got some black cardstock strips. Isn't that beautiful? Hopefully you can see that, because sometimes I look at the black cardstock and I'm like, by itself, not very exciting, but look at this. I think that is gorgeous. Here it is in white. Another one in black. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. And then I have this one, so I did that. So I'm thinking, why don't we put a couple of those in there, because they're pretty thin, but these are some other, let's see, let's put these in there so I can get these out of the way, and then I'm going to show you the other couple things that I made using the strips. So these won't fit, they're too tall. That might fit. That might fit. Let's see what we've got. Okay, I think those are too long. So let's see what we can do here. So if I take this one, put this bigger one, this whiter one, there's our pocket. You know, I hate to have something like that in there because you've got this, you know, 3.5 inch or whatever pocket and you're not using it. But I'm going to put that in there because this paper is really thin, so that's not going to affect anything. And I think on this side, let's put this one and this one. No, that hangs over a lot. Let me see if I've got, let me see, is this shorter? This is so small, I don't want to use that. I'll use this one. Is this the same? That's maybe the same. It's just when this gets shipped, I just don't want this to get bent. So just guys, if you win this and it gets bent, I'm sorry. You know, I did the best I could do. It's okay. It's going to be cute anyway, or you could just cut it off. So let's put this butterfly one. Let's put this in here. See if I can get that in there. And that sticks out too. So I'm probably going to have to mail these this way, and these will be out of the pockets because they're going to have to be out of the pockets. I don't really like the way that looks at all, but I'm gonna send that off just because. And I'm gonna put this one in here. And it's probably gonna get caught. There we go. All right, that's our makes. And now, really quickly, I just want to share with you, this is some of the other ones that I did, just using your little scraps. Oh, well, not this one. This one got glued down. Do you see that? Oh my goodness, she's glued down and I can't rip it off. Nope. So you know what I think I'm going to do with this one? Because I did glued her down. I think I will glue this end here and this will be a pocket because this is too cute to just say. And then I'll just glue this all the way down. So, you know, we're not going to rip it because I think that's too cute. Then I have this one here where I used a little chipboard piece and I used the number 3. I have a little bag of numbers and I'm trying to get rid of the numbers. So that's why you're seeing the numbers. So, but isn't that cute? And I thought that was a great use of a chipboard piece because I've got a bunch of those. Paper doll Sherry, just the cutest little dog. And a little, this is Tim Holtz, and it's the same thing here, same principle. But you can see how different they look and how cute they are for just sticking in a journal. Here is another butterfly. This is a longer strip. But, you know, if you're a journaler, this is a cute thing to journal on. Let's see, did I glue this down? No, I didn't glue this one down. So, yeah, just a little label, just some scraps of paper. And then this one here, you saw when I was messing with this, I love this, hello, I love you. And then I pulled out one of my embossed hearts and I put some crystal glaze on it. And this was a long piece of cardstock. So there we go with that. So I thought that was really cute. And if you wanted to, you could take extra scraps and put, 5 or 6 of them, pieces of paper in here so that it makes like a little journal booklet. That would be really, really cute. Can't imagine anybody wouldn't love that. So, yeah, that's what I did. So let's get on with it. I got a lot of positive comments on our make. This little make here. We need to close her up. This little make here. I'm glad you guys loved this idea. Several of you said that you were going to do it, to create some of these. And many of you loved the butterfly, even though it had the glitter. So that made me happy because I just think this butterfly with that glitter, Heidi Swap glitter, is just pretty. And it's, you know, if you rub hard enough, it's going to come off, but, you know, it's not going to be all over somebody's house, which is nice. So there you go. So let's give these away. Now, I just wanted to say that I took all the comments from last week. They're in here. The comments before that are in the recycling bin, and that's what I'm going to do. All the comments the week before are going out, and I'm using only the comments. It would be the comments on this that are used for this, and so on and so on. So that's how that works. So good luck, everybody. Let's see who we get. We have Diane Rosales. Okay, Diane, I'm going to check and see if I have your address. I might. I've seen your name before, but I need to hear from you. So get in touch with me. Last week's have not gone out yet. These will go out this week. So if you're still waiting, yeah, I still have them. They're coming. All right, last one goes to, how about Joyce Coleman? All right, Joyce, this one is yours. Okay, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I hope, please let me know what you think about these. I hope that you enjoyed this. I'm sorry I was so goofy. I couldn't help myself. I just couldn't help myself. So take care, everybody, and I'll catch you in the next video. Stay safe, stay warm, and sending you lots and lots of hugs. Bye, guys.